So I just woke up from a nap because I woke up this morning and I felt like crap. I need this. Ugh. Oh, if you know, you know. So first, you need a pot of water. I'm doing a big pot because I need a lot. While that's boiling, or getting ready to, I should say, we need some vegetables. So I have all my vegetables. I have some carrots. I have some not tomatoes, potatoes. I have a sweet potato. I have some turnip that's on its last leg, and then I have some green onion. I'm gonna wash these off. So right now we're creating a stock, and I'm just putting any vegetable that is no use to me right now into my pot, boiling it on a simmer, boiling it and simmering it on the stove for, I don't know, till however I feel like it. I don't like this knife. So with this turnip, it's huge, but I don't want all of it because I don't really like turnip like that. So I'm just gonna cut it into cubes. And chuck these in the pot. I think I'm gonna put my sweet potatoes in the turnip first because I find sweet potato takes longer. I'm gonna cut one more big piece of the turnip. Chuck that into the pot. Now I'm gonna alright, sweet potato is peeled. Now we're gonna cut it without cutting ourselves. Cut that into cube-like. Chuck it in the pot of water. My pot is kind of on a simmer right now. It's not hot, but it doesn't matter. You could chuck your vegetables in at any time. I just chuck them in while they're getting hot, while the water's getting hot, because it doesn't really make a difference. It's going to come to a boil eventually. So that is doing its thing. This is a green onion. Cut this into little pretty pieces. I think that's about a good amount. That green onion smells amazing. Alright, let's chuck these in here. I'm gonna put some garlic in there. I'm only gonna put two cloves in there. I'd rather just use the fresh stuff. Okay, this is not cooperating with me. Alright, there you go. Just chuck that in your pot, the whole clove. I'm not doing all that peeling, and my video completely cut out. So I put 2 cloves of garlic in there. Now ginger. I am literally just gonna maybe another piece. I'm gonna put these in there. I'm just gonna cut them in 4s. And throw them in there. Chuck that in there. While that's loving each other for a minute, I'm going to peel these annoying carrots. 3 carrots peeled. Cut them up. Cut the sides off first. My daughter loves carrots, so I have a lot of amazing stories going through my brain. I'm just going to cut it down the middle and then almost lost one. I'm going to chuck these in the pot. Now we have our potatoes. I'm not taking the skin off. Way below my pay grade. Now I'm just going to add some salt and some pepper. Give it a stir. And then I'm going to let it simmer for like a half hour, maybe 40 minutes. We're going to turn that stove down. And now we're going to get started on our meatballs. Get a container. These are from the freezer. I pre-cut them. There's no onions. Got my sausages. Get rid of these. I'm going to heat this up on low. This is my infused rosemary black pepper oil. I'm running low a little bit. It's okay, I'll make some more after. We are going to cut the film off of these sausages. Just like that. Take the meat out and plop it right in with onions and do the same for the others. So all of my sausages are peeled, all that good stuff. Take an egg. I put lemon in everything. So I'm going to put a splash of lemon. And I'm going to add some Montreal steak. A bit of garlic powder. Some oregano, some lemon pepper seasoning, and a little bit of brown sugar. This is cold, really cold. And feels weird. We're gonna make them into meatballs. And we're gonna chuck them in the pan. I don't want to make them too big. You can make them however much size. So while our meatballs are cooking, and then we have some in here pre-rolled, we are going to take our vegetables from our broth and we're gonna blend it. So now our second batch of meatballs are basically done. We have our vegetables and a little bit of broth in the blender. Okay, I've blended all my vegetables with my broth. I'm gonna take this container and I'm gonna put half of the broth in here. And then I'm going to put the other half in the pot. Like that. Then I'm going to let this cool down so that I can put it in the fridge and use it for anything later. This is what our broth looks like now, nice and thick. So now I'm going to add some Worcestershire. Also, I added some bone broth, chicken organic, and I'm also going to add a little bit of beef broth just to give it a little bit more ting. Okay, so now I'm going to cut some lettuce out. I'm going to cut this whole head of lettuce. Up. Oh, my belly is growling. This smells so good. Okay, now that I have that chopped up, I'm going to chuck it into my pot. Okay, now we're going to put our meatballs into our pot. I'm going to give it a stir. And then we're going to let that simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes and add our pasta. Look at that. So the last part, I just added the pastina noodles and I let it simmer for another 20 minutes. I cut up some baguette. This one's going in the books.